right, guys and girls, just a pretty quick video I want to make for you. I do want to show you some of the leathers that I use for the King Trading Company. And because I'm adding more to the lineup, and so I just wanted to show you what leather looks like that I'm using. When I first started, most of the time I use this. This is what's called a vegetable tanned. It's a full grain cowhide and it's vegetable tanned. This is really it's unfinished, so there's no finishing agents in this leather. This is what the leather looks like. You'll see all the journals of different colors, purple, brown, and black, all those other color journals and wallets and stuff I made. It was from this, and I hand dyed this leather here. It comes in a big roll. It comes this color, and now I hand dye this leather. I cut it, I dye it, I condition it, I put a sealant over it. I'll rub oils and stuff in it. I'll oil the leather as well before it goes out. But this is just a standard vegetable tan piece of leather. And when I say vegetable tan, what that means is the tanning process that's used for this leather to get it into a finished state is what is called they tan it. And vegetable tan is tanned using all natural ingredients. So it's natural barks and stuff like that to use to tan hides. Vegetable tan process takes a long time. It takes months to get a piece tanned through the vegetable tan, as opposed to a chromium tan. A chromium tan is something that's a little bit more floppy, and the process is not done with all natural ingredients. It's kind of hard on the environment, to be honest with you, the chromium tan process. But anyway, chrome tan is a little bit different. Vegetable tan generally is a little bit more firmer, but this vegetable tan I get is pretty firm. So anyway, I'm branching out of using just this. In fact, I'm going to get mostly away from. I'll still use this for products, and this is still available with all the things that I sell using this vegetable tan. But there is a company called Horween that is an American company. And they have great leather. I'm going to show you two of these leathers, or three that's from Horween. First, I'll show you this one. This is all I have left of this hide here, but this is Horween's Whiskey Cavalier. So this is actually a piece of hide that was chrome tanned first, and they go back and they do a vegetable tan over it. Okay, so this is, and you'll notice the finished side here is very smooth. It's kind of a waxy feeling. You'll notice that there's lots of wrinkles from the animal, which I like the wrinkles. Horween, their Dublins and stuff, they're really famous for being able to show all the characteristics of the hide, which I like. Also, most of Horween's products has what's called pull-up. So if you crease the leather, it makes a line like that. And of course, that buffs out. You can rub and pull on that, and that will buff that out. That's called pull-up. And you'll notice my hand underneath, notice it turns this color. I'm getting more pull-up leather because I love the way it changes and develops. And it changes and develops quickly. When you have a journal, or I do some Bibles out of this leather here, I'll be doing it out of this one as well, and as well some other ones. But the characteristic of the leather of the cover changes every time you use it, and like kind of wad it up and then straighten it back out. It changes. So this is whiskey color. This is Horween Whiskey, and this is Cavalier. So it's a chromium tanned, and then they go back and veg tan it. Now this is the natural. This one has some distressing and some dye marks on it, which I really like this piece of leather. So this is Horween's. It's called Dublin, which is their vegetable tan. Like this is a vegetable tan here. This is a vegetable tan. This is also a vegetable tan, but they put some dyes on it, and they put a lot of waxes and things in here so that it gives you this. Notice my hand here. This is my finger underneath. That pull-up effect. So whenever you pull on this, you have waxes and things, they spread out, and then you can again rub that over a little bit of time, it rubs right back out. But the leather that I'm going to be carrying the most of going forward, more than likely, is going to be this Dublin, Horween Dublin. And this is a natural color here, which is really beautiful. I'm going to be getting some English tan as well of this pull-up Horween Dublin. Let's show you one other Horween that I have. Now, I've not made anything out of this. I just received this in yesterday. But this is Horween Dublin. So again, it's a vegetable tanned, but impregnated with waxes. So it's a natural process with natural ingredients, but it also has a waxy, slightly waxy feel. But this one doesn't have pull-up. This black is going to be more uniform, but you'll notice that if the light, I don't know if the light's getting it. I might be in the way too much of the shot, I hope not. But you'll notice a lot of variation and wrinkles in this hide. So you got a really nice uniform black, a very smooth, what's called the flesh side here. Notice it says Horween USA right there. Anyway, it's a very beautiful black leather. I'll be able to do journals. I can redo Bibles in this black Dublin as well. So I'm very excited to get to use this piece of leather, this black Horween Dublin. And one other piece that I'll show you, roll this up. This is an oil tanned leather. This comes from a company called SB Foot. So if you have heard of Red Wing Boots in Red Wing, Minnesota, they also have a tannery where they do their own hides. And I just recently made my wife a purse out of this. I'll be making bags, purses out of this. This is a great leather for that. Journal covers. I can also rebond Bibles in this as well. I can do a lot with this leather, and this is going to be plenty available for me. This is copper. This is called Copper Legend, and it's got a real nice feel to it. But this one is slightly gummy. It's kind of hard to explain. It's an oil tan process, so it's a lot like the they say it's a lot like the chrome tan process, but except this is done with a lot of oils in the leather. It doesn't leave your hands feeling oily, but you can feel it when you touch the leather. You can feel that. You'll notice there's variations in this leather. SB Foot, I'll be getting different colors from them as well. But this copper, I really like this copper. You can see the fat lines in the animal, and I like all that natural characteristic in this leather. So anyway, I hope that helps kind of get an idea of some of the leathers that we use and some of the leathers I'm going to be using going forward. It's just some really cool stuff. Horween, I really dig Horween. They just have really neat leathers, SB Foot, and there's one other company that's an American company that I'm about to order a couple of sides from, and it's called, their name escapes me for right now. But anyway, if you have any questions about the leather, please feel free to reach out and send me a message. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Have a good day, guys. God bless.